when they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here comes the quarterback. And one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Feeling some heat. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. A jet sweep pass. The Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So LSU's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Looking to throw. Trying to get to it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do it.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much. Great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Open runway ahead. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Quick completion on the out route. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, LSU!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Bust through behind his pad. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Split backs here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floats it out in space. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Getting some heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now on 3rd down after that run. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
I've been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Wide out in motion. The play action fake. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense.
And he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the South Carolina... back on the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down.
On to kick it away.
Makes a move. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys...
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up. The other team would cover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Coming after him. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Bring him down to get the offense started. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back up.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Dances away from 1. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Dances away from the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
South Carolina, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll run play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays. They're nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game. He completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. And that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Quarterback checking the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They want to just keep throwing it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Defense not showing press coverage. Pressure coming. Escapes trouble. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
They'll immediately call timeout. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Timeout, LSU.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Pocket starts to collapse. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half.
South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's dropped behind the line of... Loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown LSU. And the route is on. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
LSU 72, South Carolina 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls. And most of the time, I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score LSU 79.
And he's coming out of the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get him way out of their own end. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. He wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a plan.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work, big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And they'll get him down inside the 5 with this offense powering for the score. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Off the play fake. He caught it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 86, South Carolina 0.
Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Off play action. They cough it up near their own goal line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 11 over Rice. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. And his throw is incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So that penalty will be declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. And the returner will be dragged down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same page.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Running it to the right. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
They're bringing heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
Punt formation to kick it away.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Jones. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll do it himself. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the right. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. LSU lining up 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, LSU! And the stomping has commenced. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas State was able to come away with a victory, but it's not the type of dominant win we've seen in Jonesboro over the years. It is a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Touch pass on the run. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. First down for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see if something good can happen.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll throw on third and short. He looks that one in nicely. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. Oh, look out, there he goes. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. He's looking to throw it. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the done.
It's caught.
Second down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 19 on the play. And first down.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's going to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Slips through the line. Rams him with the stiff arm. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. This is what you're looking for when you